Hey, welcome to the episode of Beers, Jack of Barbecue. So, as you all should know by now, I get excited when we're talking ribeye and we're talking beef. So today we got a nice 3-bone rib roast, about 6.5 pounds. When I got it, I did trim the hard fat off and some of the fat on the other side. I coated everything with kosher salt yesterday, put it in the fridge for 24 hours, uncovered and on a rack so it would dry out some. What I won't show you on camera is I'm just going to add some Killer Hogs, the all-purpose rub, and I'm going to go light with that because I did put a good amount of kosher salt in here, and with having some salt in that rub, I don't want to overdo it. But with a big rib roast like this, you really can't overdo it unless you do too much on the sides for the end cut here. But today we're set up on the Weber Kettle, got the Slow N Sear in, going to do the indirect cooking. Still debating on temperatures, but my guess is around 90 degrees. I'm going to probably 80 to 90 degrees, I'm going to turn it. Probably to try it because of the way the heat kind of circulates in my Weber Kettle. And then once we get close to about 115, I'm going to do a little bit of searing to it, but not too much of it. So can't wait to cut into this thing. So we'll see you out in the grill. All right, gonna throw the rib roast on. I had the grill running pretty hot right now, but I'm actually gonna turn it down to try to have it run about 300 as this warms up. I'm gonna actually put the bones down initially just to get some of this going here. Like I said, I'm gonna turn this thing probably when it gets close to 80 to 90 degrees. I'm gonna probe it the whole time. So we'll have the grill temperature and the meat temperature, and we'll bring it back out and show you when we flip it. All right, so we just hit 85 degrees. Told you I was debating between 80 and 90. Boy, that's looking nice. I definitely want to turn this, and I'm actually going to flip it over some, just for a little while. Just to kind of get a little bit more, promote some even cooking. I'm going to bring it back over before I start to try to sear it, or start trying to sear anything. And we'll see you probably when it gets about 115. All right, so we're just below 110. I'm gonna turn it again. Like I said, I just wanted to get a little bit of, with the Slow N Sear and the way it works, it appears to me that a lot of the heat's coming over the top. So I'm gonna actually spin this around. Oh wow, is that looking nice? And then turn it. So I basically did a 180 back somersault there. So gonna let this cook till it gets up about 115 towards 120, and then I'm gonna actually sear it off a little bit on it, and we're gonna bring it off between 120 and 125, let it rest, and hopefully it'll finish between 125 and 130. See you soon. All right, so we just hit 120 on the rib roast, and wow, is that looking good. So I'm actually going to just start searing it just a little bit. Didn't do anything different to the coals. Just want to get a little bit of color, a little bit of more heat on this. Like I said, we're going to go to about 125 and then pull it off. So won't even close the grill at this point. Just going to let it cook for a little bit. I am going to flip it over at one point just to get a little bit more color on the top and kind of crisp that fat a little bit. Big fan of the fat on a ribeye. So check it out in a little bit here. All right, just gonna do a little flip over here quick. Won't let it go too long. In fact, I'm gonna close the grill down and cut that flame down a little bit. Just for about 30 seconds. All right. So just gonna spin this out of the way now. Had a lot of flame happening there. The nice thing about that easy spin grate, well, that gave some nice color to the bottom. I'm just gonna flip it over one more time, and we're probably gonna pull it here in a minute. Oh, even some of that fat pulled away from that one, but that's all right. Crispy fat's the favorite part for me. So let me just close the lid down, check temperatures, and we'll be back shortly. All right, we're gonna pull this thing off. I say we kind of cook 125. It's actually a little bit like 124 right now, and just want to pull it off now. I'm going to let it rest. We do like what we do here, pretty much rare to the medium rare. Well, medium rare, but to the rare side is kind of what we go for. So I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to probably let it sit a good 15 minutes, and then we'll cut into it and show you what it looks like. As always, cheers. So here we are, 3-bone rib roast, 6.5 pounds before I trimmed anything. Trimmed probably a 1/4 pound or so, a little bit maybe more off of it. Did it on the Weber Kettle. Had the grill running pretty hot, maybe around 350 degrees when I put it on. Let it slowly come down, would get down to about 300 degrees as it was cooking. At the very end, and we did flip it, I think around 85 degrees, and then I turned it again at about 105 degrees. But at the very end, I left the grill come up to, it was probably running again about 350 degrees. 1.5 hour total cook. Reached the internal temperature about 123. Took it off. It rose, probably I left the probe in until just before now when I put it on the cutting board here. Let it rest about 15 minutes. Actually rose to 132 degrees, which is still medium rare, which is just kind of the way we like it. So I want to show you what it looks like. I'm going to try to get in between the bones here. Got a nice steak cut out here, or what I like to call a mini roast maybe. It's nice and tender. It's just a big piece of meat at this point. So I'm catching a little bit of the bone here at the bottom. Oh man, if you can see that beautiful medium rare to almost rare. This one's going to be my dinner tonight. I want to take a little cut out of it. I'm going to catch some of the cap, which is my favorite part. A little bit of the fat on there. And we'll see what it looks like. That was excellent. Definitely tastes on the outside edge a little bit salty, but we did dry brine it overnight with a good amount of kosher salt. I did hit it with some AP rub. Did go very light on the ends because I didn't want to get too much salt involved with that. But boy, perfect medium rare, nice looking steak. Dinner's gonna be good tonight. Hope you like what you're seeing. Subscribe to the channel, click the little bell, get notifications every time I put a video out. And share with your friends, and we'll see you next time.